Today we have a special guest. We have Barrie Colts goaltender Ben West joining us. And Ben, it's your overage season. And looking back, this must be pretty exciting that you were able to play junior hockey, especially in your hometown, the Barrie Colts.
Yeah, so it's really exciting. It's been awesome. It's been a dream come true for sure. I always wanted to play in the OHL, and then to do it for your hometown, it's been really special.
And growing up, did you get to go to a lot of Barrie Colt games?
Yeah, I moved here when I was like a teenager, so not as much when I was younger, but I was really thinking about like dreaming about playing the OHL when I was getting to be that age, so I went to a bunch.
And the year that you were drafted, you were picked by the Erie Otters. What was that experience like, finding out that you were, in fact, drafted to the Ontario Hockey League?
It was really exciting. It was super nerve-wracking too. I remember throughout the course of the year, I was talking to a few teams, but I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to get picked or not. And then on the day of the draft, I was really nervous and hopeful that I would get picked. And then eventually, I got a call, and it was a really exciting moment.
And your family must have been pretty proud that you were able to reach the OHL and to continue your path.
Yeah, they were really proud and excited for me, and it was a super great moment, especially because I got to play my first game, then just drive 10 minutes and see them at home, unlike most kids. So it was a really cool moment.
And before last season, you ended up being traded to the Barrie Colts. What went through your mind when you found out you were coming back home?
It was really just kind of like, oh, like it didn't feel real at first. Like I thought I was like, wow, what an opportunity for me to get to live at home and play in front of my hometown and family and friends every night. And it was super exciting for me and my family.
And this is now your second season with the Barrie Colts. And coming to this season, there were some unknowns in regards to the goaltending situation. How did you get through that and try and overcome all the noise when it came to the situation in goal?
Yeah, I just wanted to focus on myself and not think about anything else. I just worried about what I could control and went out there and played as best as I could when I got my chances, and everything worked out, and it's been awesome.
And usually we see that goaltenders have great relationships with their partner. Coming to mind, the Boston Bruins with Allmark and Swayman. We see the big hugs they give. So, what's the relationship like between you and Sam Hillebrand?
Yeah, me and Sammy are really close. We hang out lots, and it's been great getting to know him over these past 2 years. It's been last year I drove him to practice a lot, so it's been really nice to get to go to work with him every day and just hang out.
And when you heard that he was being invited to the World Juniors for Team USA, what were your first thoughts when you found out he was heading overseas?
Oh, I was super excited for him. He told me he was going. He went to the a camp for in the summer, and I was really happy for him. And he earned it. He was absolutely on fire earlier in the year when they were making decisions about that. So I was thinking about maybe he'd get that chance. And when I heard, I was just super excited for him.
And when he was named, that meant the crease was yours for that stretch. You're putting quite a few minutes there.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a great opportunity for me, and I just wanted to take advantage as best I could, and I really enjoyed that.
And you've been making some pretty impressive saves. And every time on home ice, at least, whenever you make those big saves, they got the Superman theme song going on the background. Do you hear that at all when you're in the net?
Yeah, not every time, but sometimes, if there's a whistle after the save, I'll be just kind of like thinking, I'm like, oh, there it is, or something like that. But I definitely like hearing it. It's a funny thing they got there.
And for you in the OHL, what's been the biggest highlight for you? Like, was there a game that stands out above the rest?
Personally, to me, I want to say the very first game this year against North Bay where we won in the shootout. Being it was the season opener, so it was packed in there, and we tied it up with like 20 something seconds left, and then to win the shootout was really exciting.
And then, of course, there's the playoffs last year against North Bay, so I guess that's an added boost.
Yeah, there you go. We got a chance to kind of get a bit of revenge and beat them twice in the first two games.
And the crowds have been something else this year at the Sadlin Arena, over 4,200. It must be. Are you nervous at all when you hear the crowd, or does it fire you up before you take to the ice?
Yeah, the crowds this year have been incredible, and it's kind of like At this point now, and honestly, I find it helps, like it just the extra added bit of support. You know, when you make a save or something, and hearing the cheering, it's been incredible this year at the crowds. Like every night, even on the Thursdays now, we're getting so many fans, and they're just making noise every night. So I know it really helps our team and gets us going. You know, when we're down one or tied going into the third, it really helps give us the extra push to be able to come out and try and win the game.
And the playoffs now just around the corner. You guys clinched that spot on the weekend. So I guess the guys all fired up and ready for postseason play.
Yeah, you know, it was nice to clinch. It would have been nice to get a win that night, but it doesn't matter regardless. We're in the playoffs now, and we're looking forward to an opportunity to make some noise and hopefully win a couple rounds here.
And at the OHL trade deadline, familiar faces were moved out and then some new faces brought in. At that point, you guys were on the outside looking in at the playoffs, but now you're in the postseason. So what's been the biggest change for this group?
I just think we've you know kind of all bought into to our system and really just we're just focusing on not what anyone's saying, just about the game we're about to play and going out there and giving it our all and just letting what happens and trying to win every single night.
And it's been a busy stretch to wrap up the regular season. You still have 4 games to go this week. Are you guys having fun, even though it must be getting a little exhausting playing all these games?
Yeah, we've had a ton of games recently, but we're having a great time. It's we're just going to the rink every day, hanging out with all your buddies, so it's a good time, and we're looking forward to another week of getting to do it.
And I'm sure you don't want to think too much into the future right now because you do have the playoffs. But for you after this season, what are your goals and what are your plans once your junior hockey days are past?
Yeah, so I think I'll be probably going to play U Sports next year, and that'll be a really good experience for me and getting to go to school and hopefully play for my school. So that'll be really fun.
And we just saw that some former Colts having a good run there with the University of New Brunswick. Have you been following that?
Yeah, that was crazy. I saw like they didn't even give up a goal in the tournament. So congrats to them, and that was very impressive.
So maybe we'll see you setting some history then.
Hopefully, I hope so.
Well, Ben, thanks for doing this and all the best the rest of the way.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for having me.
So that's Barrie Colts goaltender Ben West. And it's got to be pretty special for these junior hockey players to not only play at this level, but to be able to play in front of your home crowd. And you just got the sense there, the excitement from when he was talking about that experience, when he found out he was coming to the Barrie Colts to play at home. He's got family and friends here, and it's just got to be a great experience for him. And there's other players around the OHL who get to experience that too, but it does seem pretty unique when you've got players being drafted from across Ontario playing for these 20 teams in the Ontario Hockey League. But then you also think of players who are coming from places like Thunder Bay or Kenora and how far they are from home. And they have the billets, which are great, and they help with the transition. But there's got to be something special when you get to play closer to home. So that was Ben West. And of course, the Barrie Colts. It's a busy stretch here. Tomorrow night, they're at home against the Niagara Ice Dogs. That's the makeup game from 2 weeks ago when they had the ice issues at the Saddleton Arena. Puck drop will be at 7 p.m. Gene and I will have the call on Rogers TV. Of course, the Colts already clinching that playoff spot, but wanting to maybe rest some guys, but still get back in the win column. They want to snap that 5-game losing streak and prepare for the playoffs. We'll still have to wait and see who they're going to play, but still, it's always fun this time of year, scoreboard watching and preparing for the postseason. So again, thanks to Ben for doing this. And if you have any comments down below, your thoughts on Ben West and his play, shoot them down below. And yeah, remember to hit like and subscribe. And if you want to share this video, you can do that too. Not a problem. So again, thank you very much. And we'll talk to you again soon.